every time I look at the map of the world, certain places pop up in my mind. These are spots from where certain unique products have originated. Europe reminds me as the place of origin of Irish cream, Italian parmesan, Tuscan olive oil, and French champagne. These products are protected by geographical indications. Similarly, Darjeeling tea, Peruvian pisco, Dawn honey from Yemen, Lebanese tabbouleh, Sulawesi Jamaican Blue Mountain, Café Chiapas of Mexico, and Café de Colombia, which is one of the highest quality coffees that are protected as GIs by virtue of their distinctive origins. Geographical indications, or GI, is nothing but the name or sign used for the products that have a specific geographical origin. The identity or quality of the same is dependent on the place of origin of the product. All products that are eligible for protection as geographical indications share an intimate connection to a location, be it a town or a region or a country. Not all GIs relate to agricultural goods. GIs can be associated with crafts as well. The only criteria is that these crafts should be associated with a place or a region. But for originating from the designated place, the GI protected product will not have its distinguishable identity and value. Whether we talk about great GI products like Japanese EO raw silk or Scotch whisky, we need to note that the significance arises from originating from a designated region or place. Protection of geographical indication is afforded by national legislations on the subject. These rights are exercised by all producers in the locality who are carrying on with the activity in the specific geographical area. Government agencies, statutory bodies, local authorities, and trade-related societies, organizations, or associations can also obtain geographical indications for their unique products. Registration of a geographical indication is not a requirement, but is strongly encouraged, as the proprietors have exclusive rights on them and can gain recognition for their products in the international markets. Geographical indications not only protect the registered product, but can protect the rights of both producers and consumers. False use or misuse of certain names or terminology leads to misrepresentation. Misinformed customers fall victims to spurious products if it had not been for geographical indication protection. One of the most important questions that are raised in the context of a discussion on geographical indication is how it is different from trademarks. Let me answer this. A geographical indication is often confused with a trademark because both are characterized by logos and symbols. There are significant differences between them. Unlike a trademark, which distinguishes the goods and services of one trader from that of another, a GI is an indicator of the purity and the originality of the distinctive goods in terms of the place of their origin. Another category of terminologies that are used when talking about GIs are collective and certification marks. Collective marks are trademarks that resemble GIs. These marks may or may not necessarily share a unique geographic origin as a GI does. They are registered in the name of an association of producers or processors, and the good concerned originates from the members of the associations concerned. Similarly, certification marks that apply to goods and services are certified by a designated authority. These marks provide a guarantee that the goods or services bearing the mark meets a certain defined standard or possesses a particular characteristic. Certification marks need not necessarily meet the geographic origin criteria of a GI, though many GIs are also registered as certified trademarks or certification marks. Another category which is discussed in the context of geographic indications is indications of source. An indication of source does not imply the presence of any special quality, reputation or characteristic of the product that can be ascribed to a geographical area. It merely tells you the source of origin of the product. For instance, made in India, made in France, these are indications of source. But it's an important thing to note that indications of source can be used in conjunction with trademarks. Yet another category is the concept of appellation of origin. Appellation of origin is a very special type of geographical indication. The basic difference between the two concepts is that the link with the place of origin must be stronger in the case of an appellation of origin, and these are laid down in regulations. All elements in production must be exclusively from the designated place in case we desire that a product should qualify to be an appellation of origin. An outstanding case of an appellation of origin is Mexico's tequila. By contrast, a single parameter like a quality or reputation is good enough for a product to secure a geographic indication protection. The Lisboa Agreement for the protection of appellations of origin and their international registration, called the Lisboa Agreement in short, enables international registration of an appellation of origin that is nationally protected. This treaty is administered by the World Intellectual Property Organization. Now, before I like to start. Before I conclude, let me give a very interesting and important case of multiple protection. Sometimes products are protected in multiple ways. I discussed this briefly when I spoke about patents. Now, let me give you an instance from geographic indications. All of you have heard about Darjeeling tea. It has a very interesting logo of a woman, tea plucker, who is carrying a basket and plucking 2 leaves and a bud. The logo and the title of Darjeeling tea, you will be surprised to know, is registered as a copyright as well as a certified trademark as well as a geographical indication, not just in India, all over the world. To summarize, IPRs are unique rights that promise much to the world of producers, inventors. To summarize, IPRs are unique rights. They have much to offer to producers, inventors, and even consumers. However, there are many social movements in the world that question the monopoly of intellectual property rights on the ground that these monopoly tendencies promote social injustice. We will take a look at some of these counter IPR movements in the following sessions. We will take a look at some of these counter IPR movements as we proceed.